Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Bria and I'm the owner of A Shade Better Furnishings. Today I'm going to be refurbishing this previously painted mid-century modern dresser. As you can tell, the paint job was not the best. I think it was painted in a latex paint. I'm going to be stripping it back and giving it a new life. Also, as you may notice, some of the hardware is broken, so I'm going to be replacing that as well. Let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is strip the top of the dresser. I'm using Citrus Strip here with a foam brush. I should have used a different brush, but this is all I had. I had a feeling the wood grain was going to be really beautiful underneath this, so I was excited to strip it off. And also, if you see that little person, that's my daughter. She's my biggest helper, and she's around all the time, so I'm sure you'll see her later in the video as well. Stories when using Citrus Strip, so I usually cover it with either saran wrap or garbage bags, as you can see here. As you can see, all the paint is coming right off. It was really gross but really satisfying at the same time. So I'm just peeling it back and eventually I'll scrape off the rest of it. Spirits and a fine steel wool pad to get the rest of the citrus strip off and any excess paint or varnish. Citrus strip to the base, and as you can see in the next clip, the paint is bubbling up really quick and it's super gross. Now I'll be using my Surf Prep sander with a 100 grit sand pad to get down to bare wood. As you can see, my floors are a mess. Stripping the paint off of this dresser was a disaster and I never want to do that again. For this dresser was to leave the top half wood and natural and the bottom half painted. However, as you'll see down the line, that does not work out. But here I'm using a water-based primer, and again, this is a mistake. I should be using a shellac-based. I had a ton of bleed through, as you'll see in a few moments. She wanted to help her mom out, so she's grabbing some lint-free rags, and as you'll see in a moment, she's going to be dusting the inside of the dresser for me. She's the biggest help. As soon as I put that water-based primer on. So now I'll be using bin primer with shellac, and hopefully this will do the trick. This is my first time using it and I was really confused by the watery consistency. I still don't know if that's normal, so comment down below if it is. But yeah, I'm just gonna lay that on. make sure the surface is nice and smooth. Okay, now for the fun part. Today I'll be trying Melange paints for the very first time. I am so excited to try it. I've heard nothing but good things about this brand. I'm using the color Knapsack Khaki in the one line, which is an all-in-one paint, so I didn't have to prime technically, and I don't have to top coat either. This color is absolutely beautiful, and I think it's going to look great on the piece. Absolutely amazed at this paint. It goes on so smoothly, and I can already tell it's going to be self-leveling. I'm so excited to try out more colors later on. With this paint is flawless. I know I'll only need 2 coats. And here is Bryn, very curious in what this camera is doing in the garage. Like I mentioned earlier, my original plan was to keep the top half of the dresser natural with paint wash over it. However, the lines didn't go so well, and the paint wash was really splotchy and it just didn't look good. So I eventually painted over the natural wood. Doing a paint wash over the top of the dresser, I mixed a 50-50 ratio of Fusion Mineral Paint Cathedral Taupe with water, and I'm just wiping it on and off. I love this wash because it highlights the natural wood grain without taking away from the beauty. Paint wash the, I don't know what you call them, I'm trying to call them wooden dowels onto the drawer fronts. I'm using the same paint wash as the top of the dresser and just doing it on all 9 drawers. This took a long time. Then I taped all of the wooden dowels and primed all of the drawers to prevent bleed through. Then I'm just painting the drawers the same color as the body, and I did a total of 2 coats. This dresser was a real labor of love. It took me almost 2 weeks to complete, the longest I've ever spent on a single piece, but I really like the way it turned out. You guys ready? Here it is. So here it is. I got this off of Marketplace for $20, and I'm hoping to sell it for about $400. If you guys liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and hit the subscribe button if you'd like to follow along. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.